I'm Adam Rossin with the Rossin Law Firm, and in today's video, we're going to talk all about the brand new permitless carry law in Florida, what it is and what it's not. Stay tuned. So Florida just passed a brand new law allowing for permitless carry. Now, this law takes effect in July 1st, 2023. So really, let's go a little bit more in depth and talk about what this law is. So Florida previously had concealed carry, but it required a permit. So there was this big regulatory process and procedure behind it. And what you had to do was you had to take a gun safety course, you had to pay money, you had to go through a background check, you had to get your specific card. It had to be renewed every few years, and it was really, again, this big regulatory thing where they could say we're issuing it or we're denying it depending on a variety of circumstances. Well, as of July 1st in 2023, Florida is still keeping concealed carry. They're not moving to open carry, but they are saying no more permits are required. We're not going to have to go through this big government bureaucratic nightmare, and it's going to be much easier to carry your firearms in a concealed manner. So that's what the law change is. You still have to be 21 or over. You cannot be a convicted felon. So a lot of the same previous requirements are there, except through really that government regulation process. So that's really the big change. Now, in Florida, we have a law that says if you have a concealed firearm, but you do not have a permit, that is a crime. So that crime will be no more starting on July 1st of 2023. That law is not retroactive. So that means if you're arrested in the first half of 2023 or 2022, 2021, and your case is still open, it's not going to be means for automatic dismissal, okay? Now, we're going to see some really good things, hopefully, with the prosecutors, and if you have an open case, you need to talk with an experienced team of criminal defense lawyers, and we would be more than happy to talk to anybody about that. And we still have those cases in the pipeline that we believe we're going to get very good results on. But it doesn't mean that snap your fingers and it's automatically done. It also doesn't mean that if you pled guilty and were convicted of that crime in years past, whether it was a year ago or 30 years ago, this is not grounds for overturning that conviction. So that will not happen, and that's very important to note. What's also important to note is that Florida is not allowing open carry at this time. All right, so there's a few states that allow open carry that basically say you can have the firearm holstered but visible. So that is not the law in Florida. The law in Florida is that it still has to be concealed. So you can't just walk around like Yosemite Sam with guns in the air and spinning them around and even shooting them. But you don't need the regulatory permit requirements, which is still a pretty seismic shift for the state of Florida. If you are a non-Florida resident and you are here visiting, you no longer need to have a permit in your state that is reciprocal with Florida's permit. So you don't need that either. The same Florida laws of permitless carry will apply to non-residents so long as you meet the other requirements. You're over 21, you're not a convicted felon, you don't have any severe mental health issues, drug or substance abuse issues, and then you will have the exact same rights here. So this is, again, a huge seismic shift in the state of Florida regarding our gun laws. And these are important things that anytime the law changes, it's very important for people to know, well, what does this mean? And I think more importantly, what does this not mean? Because you certainly don't want to come in with great intentions and then run afoul of the law. And before you know it, you have a pending felony case all because you thought you were in compliance, but in reality, you weren't. And I think that's very important for people really to understand about these law changes. So if you have questions about Florida's new law, give us a call. If you have a case regarding any type of concealed firearms or really any other type of criminal case, you can always give us a call. We love helping people. We love giving information out. We're the Rossin Law Firm. You can call us at any time, 754-206-6200.